Hey, it's Ed with Free Circle. I wanted to come back on and I have some shares that I want to share with you. I found these three things kind of interesting. I put some links in the description for you. The first link, the share number one, is to Podcast News. Podcast News is a great organization. They bring you the inside scoop on what's going on in the podcast realm. This particular link is going to take you to where to add your podcast. A lot of new beginning people do not realize where to put their link and add their links and all of this. Pod News already compiled a list. I started to compile a list to share, and then I found Pod News has already got one that's. So I wanted to share that with you. So if you are a podcaster and you don't know about these areas, check it out and sign up for Pod News because it'll keep you on the inside of what's going on in the podcast realm. The next link should be the All Men's Watches. Oh my. I don't get excited about too many things, but this was emailed to me this morning and I found this just beautiful craftsmanship. And I'll tell you, when you see this, these watches are $200 watches, but the craftsmanship involved in the watch and the beauty of the watches. Oh my, it took my breath away. I don't get too hunky-junky on many things, but when I see good craftsmanship and beautiful work of a skilled crafter, I like to brag them up. And that second link should take you to a website of Original Grain watches. And they are wood grain watches. They have this beauty about them. Any man would love to have one of those watches under their tree this holiday season. I don't do Christmas, but those that do, one of those watches would just turn the crank. I'll tell you, it is awesome. Some of the watches that they put together, just the beauty takes you away. And then also the third link I wanted to share is a lot of people, they get drones during the holiday season, and it's getting more and more prevalent throughout the years as the popularity of these drones rise. You're getting more of them into the air, and a lot of people don't realize there are rules and regulations involved with drones. If they're of a certain size or class, unfortunately, people, we have to follow these rules because there are cases of these drones causing some issues around airports and other issues about them. So I wanted to share this website with you. It's the first worldwide drone standards. So they're starting to think in terms of drone safety. There's a lot of autonomous vehicles going on the roads, in the air, and there have to be these standards put in place. So I wanted to share that because it is the holiday season. And we have a lot of people probably going to be getting a drone. And they are fun. So when you're out there playing with those drones, make sure you're safe and you follow the guidelines the manufacturer knows best on these products. So take a look at the directions and follow the guidelines. Don't be one of those that just toss them in the garbage. Take the time to read, educate yourself on the proper use and how to use them properly and the right areas. There's actually a lot to those drones now, and people need to be aware. So, number one, they don't get in trouble and get a big fine that they probably don't need in the first place. Number two, it helps keep our aircraft safe and people safe from intrusion. So let's think about the rules and regulations as we receive these gifts this holiday season. And I'm telling you, wives, it's a $200 purchase for one of those watches, but your man would love you to get one of those watches. Check the links out in the description. And full disclosure, I have nothing to do with any of those companies. I'm just sharing with you some things that I found. And that way, hopefully, somebody gets happy with one of those beautiful things. I like the craftsmanship of those watches. And there's many different types. So go over and check them out. Anyway, they're fun to look at. I could never afford a $200 watch. I would never feel comfortable purchasing one. The rate of destruction that I'm known for with watches and phones. I can't wear rings. I don't wear watches, necklaces. I learned early in my life working around machinery, I don't like to have dangly things on because I'm the type where if I see somebody along the side of the road and they're stalled out, I'm the first to climb under the hood. Let's fix this thing. And, you don't want those dangly items, jewelries, neckties, all that stuff in the way of a fan blade or a serpentine belt. Not a good outcome. There's people that had unfortunate situations. So they are beautiful for me to look at. I like to look at them and admire them because of the time that it must have taken for somebody to create those. It's nice. So I wanted to share all of that with you. And if I'm not back on, I want you to enjoy the weekend. Be safe out there. It is Black Friday today. Oh my. That's another oh my. I forgot to mention that in the oh my. But anyway, be careful out there. Watch for people in the parking lots. Be sane about yourself. It's just an item. So enjoy yourself. Be careful. I will see you Sunday. Ed, Free Circle, out.